What's going on, everybody? Doc from Average Gamer Guys back yet again, and you know what we're doing. We're jumping into another awesome, amazing crate opening video. So we got a lot of really positive response. You guys obviously really enjoy the crate openings. You guys know that I really enjoy doing these, but a lot of really positive response for the Victory and the Nitro crate opening that we did just a couple of days ago. So what I figured, and there was quite a few of you in the comments that said this as well, said let's open some velocity crates. So we're going to do a little throwback today. We're going to jump into this awesome velocity crate. We got 70 for you, so sit back, relax, enjoy it. We're going to talk through the crate a little bit because there's probably a good portion of you, especially if you're a little bit newer to the game, that haven't seen this crate. It doesn't drop anymore. It's got some pretty neat stuff in it. I was a big fan of this crate when it first came out. It kind of fizzled out a little bit. Just some of the items got kind of old kind of quickly. There wasn't a huge amount of hype to some of the items, but overall pretty solid crate, especially when it first came out. So I'm a fan. We're going to crack these open. As always, I'll put in that shameless plug. If you're new, hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to share your thoughts down below. If you are new as well, or you haven't, follow us on Twitter. That link's in the description. If you're on Xbox, join the Xbox Average Gamer Guys Club. We've got a lot of people that have been joining that lately. Subs and all that kind of stuff just continues to grow as our channel kind of continues to move forward. So just appreciate all the support. If you've been here a while, the biggest thanks goes to you guys. If you've been watching a lot of these videos, thank you so much. If you're new, that opportunity for you starts right now. You can go back, take a look at some of the other stuff that we've done, and hang around for whatever we got coming up in the future. And you know it's going to be some crate openings. So I'm recording this. It is a Thursday. We still have not gotten any update news, but we'll talk about that as we jump into the crate, and we'll see what we got. So let's talk about this velocity crate. A lot of you may or may not be too familiar with it. We'll run through the items really quick. We've got the Octane Slimline, which is a pretty solid decal. Really just, I mean, real smooth, real clean. I would say it's collected. People use it from time to time. It's definitely probably one of the lower tier Octane decals that people want to pick up, but it is pretty neat. If you're looking for a really clean design, something like super unflashy, which is what this is the perfect one for you. Pretty neat. We've got a Breakout S'more decal, which this decal is actually really cool. It's just for this car, not a lot of people use the Breakout, especially the Type S. So it's kind of one of those things where it's cool that they show it some love, but at the same time, not super popular. We'll just put it that way. We don't have to talk about the Animus, so we'll just get past that one. The Mummified is pretty neat as well. Don't see this one a whole lot, but Endo does get some love, so a decal that makes sense. Then we've got Yuzo wheels. These, honestly, I like them. They're really clean. They're pretty neat. They just didn't honestly get a whole lot of love. Not a lot of people looking for them. They are a really neat wheel. Nothing crazy on the tread, just a really clean, you know, nice wheel. That's about it. Probably the best thing that we got out of this crate, beyond some of the black markets, was anodized. You guys know, if you use paint finishes, if you've really gotten into the customization of this game, you know how important this is. Zigzag was actually a really good trail. It was one of the first that was definitely a little bit different. We definitely still get a lot of blues. Blues was a very common, popular color for trails until they started painting them, so this cannot come painted. Unfortunately, we get the Mantis Snake Skin, which is just a good universal animated decal. It's not universal, but you guys know it's been on quite a few of the cars, so I wouldn't expect, if it's not on some of the cars now, it will be in the future, because people really do like this one. It does get quite a bit of love. We got the Imperator, which it honestly didn't get a whole lot of love when it first came out. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit retro. That's kind of what this whole crate was about, in my opinion, was kind of like that 70s vibe. Not a whole lot to say about this. If we get them painted, cool. The rest of them we'll probably trade up. We got Hero wheels, which people really liked. The only problem with these is the only thing that comes painted in it is what is yellow. So for those that wanted a really clean wheel, they got it, but they didn't get a whole lot of paint when they got a painted version, which I think was the problem with this. Had they done that a little bit different, I think these wheels actually would be a little bit more popular than they currently are, but it is what it is. And then we got Fractal Fire, which it's pretty neat, a little different. Not my favorite boost in the world, but not bad either. Then we got Equalizers. I was a big fan of Equalizers. They definitely had kind of like that Zomba feel. Really cool animation on them. Good two-tone colors. These were a neat wheel to match up. I think the only thing holding these back, as you can see, no tread. Had we had a little bit of tread on this, I think these would have stayed high in popularity. Black and white still do pretty good, but that is kind of typical for most wheels. And then we've got Hikaris, which are actually really cool. Again, this whole crate to me definitely played towards like those people that really like a really clean style, don't like anything super flashy. That's just kind of how this crate ended up for me. I might be totally wrong. Share your opinions down below if you disagree with me, but that's just kind of the sense I get from the items inside the crate, kind of the design style of everything. But honestly, nothing too terrible. I'll tell you that probably the biggest part for opening this was the introduction of more goal explosions. So Sub-Zero and Party Time were already out when this crate came. These are pretty cool. We'd be stoked to get any one of these. Polypop was new for this one, if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty neat. Actually, Polypop is really cool. And then the whole reason really that we are okay, honestly, with opening these is the chance of getting Dueling Dragons, which right now this is the only crate it's ever been in. And its popularity, the supply and demand of it is definitely in need, because not a lot of people, people were opening velocity crates, but they did not continue to open velocity crates like some of the other crates get some love. So we are going to hang on to this, and we are going to see if we can't pick one of these up. So long intro, but I want to talk through the crate in case you hadn't seen it before, and let's jump into this first one and let's see what we can get. We are hoping, again, we're hoping for a Dueling Dragons. That's what we want. We sincerely are hoping for one. Any of the black market gold explosions would be cool. Any painted wheels would obviously be neat. I would honestly take, you know, even some Slimlines painted would be totally fine with that. Let's see. Ooh, can we get? Nope. We got a Slimline, not a painted one. But as typical, after this one, since we don't have a lot of these items, we'll see what trade ups we can do. We'll probably burn through most stuff, to be honest with you, as you guys know. And again, this was just kind of neat. These were a little bit harder to find. Ironically enough, they are not expensive by any means. There's just not a huge supply of these out there, which is interesting. Or if there are, people just have not. Are these black? Oh man, if these are black. See, these are really clean wheel. These are nice. They're especially nice in black, because that's one of the best colors we're gonna get out of these things. Look at those. Those are dope. Those are actually really dope. You know what they honestly remind me of now that I'm looking at them? They remind me a lot of Nipper wheels. Obviously, the inside of it's a little bit different, but you still have that kind of outer border gray that stays the same. The tread on it is pretty similar. There's not a whole lot of crazy difference there. So that's pretty interesting when we go to take a look at them. That was a solid pull, honestly, for wheels and what we're grabbing. Anodized is also, honestly, a really good pull for these. That's probably one of the only things we won't trade up, is because that is in very high demand. You can move those pretty easily for non-crate very rare, or key kind of jumps up in between those. We got a import. What do we got? Fractal Fire. Not bad. Again, I'm a big fan of the equalizers. I had the set. That was one of the first wheel sets that I honestly actually put together. I was just a big fan of them because that was, for me back then, that was the way I was going to get a really cool two-tone color look, be able to match some stuff up. And I just liked them. The design of them, you know, the volume bars, all that stuff kind of going on was really, really cool. Oh, purple certified Hikaris. These are pretty sweet. This is a pretty solid opening we got running here. These are pretty dope. See, again, these are really clean. You get a little bit of tread work, which is really neat. You get a little bit of flash with the lights moving around, but just a clean inner wheel. These are cool, man. These are really cool. I'm stoked about these, actually. Purple's a good color on them, too, because it kind of stands out. It's definitely a little flashy. That's solid opening so far. Let's go. Let's see if we can keep it up. But again, a lot of you were talking in the comments, hey, open this. I know it was because, again, we want to see a Dueling Dragons pop out of here. That would be a big hype moment. But just beyond that, I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of the crate throwback. We'll do this every once in a while because it is fun to open up some of these old crates, especially some of the stuff that, again, you guys may or may not have seen depending on how long you've been with the game. And, you know, this is kind of reminiscent for me. I probably opened a decent amount of these, not a ton of them, not a ton. These are what, Cobalt? I think they're Cobalt Hikaris. See again, or Heroes. I said Hikaris, excuse me. See again, this is the problem with this. These are really cool. This is clean. This actually looks really good with this setup because it's really, really clean. two-tone colors, basically. If I had a black Slimline on this, we would, beautiful, right? It's just, I think that's the only problem with it. In my opinion, that's the only problem. If we would have got maybe 2 of the spokes painted, obviously all of them kind of takes away from the kind of the design of it a little bit, but I don't know. I like them. I do like them. They're definitely not the worst wheel we've seen at an import level. I feel like at the import level, you want it to be a little bit, just a little bit more flashy. I think that's what you want, honestly. You want it to be just a little bit more flashy. But again, not bad. Let's see if can we get another one? Oh, we got an Imp. The DT5. I never really messed around with that car. If anybody mains this out there, please let me know. It got a lot of love, like a ton of love when it was for the first like 2 weeks, and then people just reverted back, just like they do with most import cars. I'll be honest with you, a lot of the import cars that come, especially out of crates, the DLC ones typically do a little bit better, just because people will, they actually spend the money, and then kind of get invested in the car, and they're a little bit, I don't know, the design is equally as good. It's hard for me to describe what I want to say here between DLC cars and import cars from crates, but there's a general trend with cars from imports at the import level from crates that they get a lot of hype for the first couple of weeks, and then they kind of go away. There's regular Hikaris, which is really confusing because they're green, so sometimes you want to think you got forest green ones. But yeah, here's another one, certified. Wouldn't be mad to get it painted, honestly. But it got a lot of love when it first was here, and then it kind of really went away. I really don't see people use it a lot. I basically see nobody use the Animus anymore, which has been my biggest complaint with crates in the past. I really do think they should focus the majority of their crate items, especially their decals at the rare level, on either the previous crate's import. So for instance, in this crate, the crate that came after this should have had an Imp decal in it. That would have made people that want to use it and still like it, want to open the crate, or again, look at the most popular. Now you can't flood everything with Octane and Dominus decals, right? You got to mix it up a little bit to give some love across. I just think Psyonix, hopefully you're listening and being a little bit more selective with how you're designing and what you're putting on your cars in the future. So we're just about halfway here. We've petered out just a little bit, but still a really solid opening so far, considering a couple of the cool things that we've got. I'm stoked to check the certifications on a couple of these things. There's some Yuzo wheels, some regular. They look, honestly, they don't look bad. Kind of an off-tone gray on the regular Yuzo wheels, not terrible. Again, decent design on that. If we could get everything painted like we are these odd fishes, we'd be doing really, really well. And another odd fish, which is just odd. I honestly don't want that anymore. We'll continue to get them. Some more mantis snake skins. So let's talk. So again, please do it. Sub-Zero, solid. We'll take one. We'll definitely take one. We got that black market. Solid luck there. Solid luck. Wish it was the DD. Wish it was that Dueling Dragons. But we will definitely take a Sub-Zero black market Gull Explosion, as you know we will. Good, solid opening. I mean, honestly, can't complain at this point. We're only about halfway through, so let's see what the rest of the luck brings us. See if we can finish this out. And again, you guys really been enjoying the crate openings. This is cool. Like I said, I can't promise that we'll do a whole bunch of different crates, but if we get an opportunity, we will do some of the throwbacks. The throwbacks are pretty neat. We'll obviously, we're not going to do anything probably too crazy. We're not going to be jumping into any CC4s or anything like that, unless it's a double painted weekend. We got to make sure our odds are good there. But the rest of them we don't mind. And so finally we've seen a lot of Slimlines. We finally get a painted one, and it's just kind of cool to see. Again, it adds just a little bit of color, a little bit of flair. You can do some pretty cool stuff with this. It's not bad. It really is not. It's a very, very clean decal. It's pretty neat. I do like it, honestly. I really do like it. But it's all based on style. If you're not a fan of the clean look, or you want a little bit something else, or you want your colors from your painted items to stand out a little bit more, Slimline's not the one for you. I'll be honest with you, because there's not a whole lot of additional color when it gets painted. But let's talk. We have not yet heard quite anything about the update yet, so we're getting pretty dang close. We're about a week away from the middle of the month, and it would be nice. I'm hoping I'm eating my words, and what will probably happen from recording to this to when this is uploaded to the time all that stuff happens. I'm sure we'll get some update news, but we're still waiting on when we're hearing about the new crate. We're obviously got to get. I'm trying to get hyped for that. This is sky blue. So there's a sky blue one of these. I think that's the other problem with this car. It's hard to tell with the paint that I have on, but you can see there's the paint right around each of the windows. Very, very subtle. We obviously got the bottom front kind of fender trim that you see, a little bit of the side trim, and then the back you see a little bit as well. You get a little bit on top. So again, that's cool. Super stoked for sky blue one. That's a solid pull. Obviously, it's always good to get a painted import. But I think that's probably one of the other things that hurt this car a little bit is you don't get a ton. It's hard to see the paint on it, which was kind of a similar issue with, you know, like the Endo was a little tough, the Jaeger was a little tough, but it is what it is. So, you know, cool, good pull, solid, happy with that, really, really, really solid. But let's again talk about hopefully the pending, the pending update that we're going to be talking about. So we know the season's going to be ending. We've seen the rewards for that. It's time to start getting really hyped for a new crate, and it's to the point where I'm like, come on now, you know what I mean? I think mid-February is a good timeline. It'll give you enough. Ooh, is this black? Oh, this is dope. This is kind of what I was hoping for. This is black. I'm almost positive. Yeah, look at it. See, this looks good. This looks really good. I do like that. That's cool. Again, I'm starting to the slim line's starting to grow on me a little bit. So again, this is the perfect timing if they do the crate release halfway through the month of February. We'll have, you know, let's talk about maybe 6 or so weeks, a little bit more, a little bit less, to kind of grind the crate while the Rocket Pass is ending. There's some purple Yuzos starting to really pop off. This has been a good episode. It's just like the perfect amount of time to get hyped up for that before the Rocket Pass ends, to be able to grind those. This is Burnt Sienna. I'm really curious. It's almost like I'm in suspense mode because I know it's coming from the spring update. I'm sure a lot of you guys are in the same boat. Just ready for some new items. Again, Rocket Pass is really running through its pace. I think with their updates, a lot of people are, you know, again, at a very high level, really cranking through their items, picking up a lot of stuff. I think I finally gotten to the point where I'm getting duplicates of some items now. So, you know, I'm not mad at that, but I am definitely ready for something new from the customization side, and I'm just hoping we'll hear something soon. Typically what happens, in my experience with updates, is we'll hear usually like the Thursday or Friday before the update comes, and then the update will come like on a Tuesday or so. That's pretty typical for their rotation schedule, and we'll just see. So I'm hoping we'll hear that. Sometimes with the season end, I mean, they usually try to give us a couple of week time frame to let us know that the season is going to end. That would be my only frustration, right? So we're already pretty close. They could delay it until the end of the week, next week. It's just, I don't know. I'm just hoping we hear something soon. Hopefully there's another video. Hopefully there's a video before this even gets uploaded. We'll probably hold this one at least for a day or so. But yeah, hopefully we'll hear something soon. And again, I know you guys just want to see some new crates, but hopefully these feel like new crates. That's kind of the other cool thing about doing a throwback. So if there's another crate that you want to see besides CC4s, let me know. If there's something that you really, really want to see, you'll really like the items in it, we'll take a look at it. No promises, but we'll see what we can do. And we'll just keep these running, try to mix it up. We obviously still want to stick with some PCC openings. You guys know we love the PCCs. Still looking for them white Zombas. Kind of holding out hope. Holding out hope. Get a double painted weekend here. Eventually. We'll say eventually. Sky Blue loving us. Painted and certified. Alright, so one final one. Can we finish off with the Dueling Dragons? Here we go. Drum roll, please. Do it in your mind. Hey, we got a rare. So, to be honest with you, pretty solid opening. Let's take a look. Then we'll do some trade ups here. We'll take a look at our haul, then we'll do some trade ups, and we'll kind of close out with that. Victor, cool. Orange, neat. A bunch of slim lines, cool. So again, 5 anodized. Again, I'll say it, that's money in the bank. Excuse me, I've been burping a little bit. That's money in the bank. These are good. These are going to be good to trade, which is happy about. We got the Burnt Sienna Slimline. Cool. We'll hang on to that. Purple Uzos. These are really cool. Again, really nice clean wheel. We'll probably be able to move those pretty easy. We got the black one. I'm super stoked about this, actually. We literally got almost every single thing in the crate except for equalizers, which was like the one thing that I said that I liked, which is funny. A couple of Fractal Fires. We did get that Sky Blue Imp, so that's pretty good. We got the Forest Green Slimline, so 3 paint Slimlines, not bad. Couple Zigzags. We did get that Sub-Zero, so the Black Market Luck is still in our back pocket, which we're stoked about. A couple other Tactician Fractal Fire, not bad. White Oddfish, great. Wish we could have got that on something else. We got the regular Hikaris. We did get Cobalt Heroes. These are cool. Oh my gosh. I mean, best cert. What can we say? This is really solid. These items, I think, were just about almost back to back, if I'm not mistaken, too. So this was really, really cool. We got the black Uzos, and then Striker Purple Hikari P5s is really, really neat. These are clean. I like these. This is between a couple of these things in here, the black Slimline, the Sub-Zero, these, the Uzos, I mean, even the Heroes. Solid opening. That's really where we finished off. So let's take a look. Let's see if we can do some quick trade ups. I'll go as quickly as I can, I promise. I'm always really bad at doing these fast just because of how this system does these. I don't honestly want to get rid of all of them. Oh, this actually worked for once where it slimmed it down. No, it didn't actually. I'm just crazy. We got a sweeper one. Let's go. We don't care about these. I'm trying again. It's hard because I have to think while I put these in at the same time, and my brain is not good at that. We want to keep one of those. We'll get rid of all these. Don't be mad if I trade up something you needed. I apologize. I just don't like a lot of this stuff. Like, I have nothing that I even remotely want to keep as far as the breakout or the endo. There's another anodized. We'll always take those. Oh, we got the show-off Slimline, so we can get rid of the regular one. That's the other thing I have to be careful about. We got 5 of these. We won't get a ton of trade-ups, probably. Bunch of Zigzag. I think it would have been cool if the Zigzag could have been painted, honestly. I think that would have went over well. I think people would have liked that. Let's hang on to this. Do we have another? Yeah, we got an odd fish we can put in here. Snake Skin. Which, that was actually a really good... Oh, we have a scorer and a playmaker one. We can get rid of a couple of these. We can get rid of this regular one. This will be it. Do we keep this? I honestly would rather get rid of that. Don't hate me if you're an Animus GP user and I'm getting rid of a titanium white oddfish. I apologize. Apologize to you and everyone else. There's an anodized. Beautiful. Alright, let's get rid of some. We want our sweeper one. We don't care about the Uzos. We can get rid of those. Get rid of this. We'll get rid of one of these. Let's see what we do. See if we can get any good Fractal Fires or anything else painted here. Plenty of snake skins to get rid of. Boom. Oh. Hey, I thought that might actually was like, this might be certified. We are not. Honestly, we're not going to have a ton of trade ups here. Let's see what else. That's trade locked. That's dangerous. We'll keep the goalkeeper one, and we can get rid of all 3 of these, and then that'll probably be it. Actually, let's take a look. See what we get. Regular Fractal Fire. All right, let's see if we've got. We have 5 Fractal Fires we can get rid of, so that's easy. And we have a Tactician one. We honestly did really good on the certs today too. There's some Equalizer wheels. Unfortunately, regular ones. Oh, dang it. Can we do another one? If we get rid of that, and this, we would have to get rid of the Tactician regular or the Tactician Fractal Fire. That's a tough choice. Get rid of the Fractal Fire. So we want to keep, well, like, keep the boost, don't keep the boost. We'll keep the Sky Blue Imp. And we'll keep one of the boosts. That's what we'll do. Let's see what we do. Final one, here we go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Regular Hikaris. So we finished out. These are our keepables. We'll call them that. Honestly, really not bad. Really, really stoked about that. Obviously, again, we're not going to trade any of these up. We'll be able to trade those. some pretty solid stuff. Sub-Zero again, really cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of the throwback, just crate opening. Hopefully you guys again enjoyed it. If you're new, like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. As always, let me hear how hyped you are and what you're expecting or wanting in the new crate down below. And again, hopefully we'll be having some update news for you here real soon. Doc from Average Gamer, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.